Still rolling.
Hey, what's up, everyone? We're Five Finger Death Punch, and this is our exclusive Canadian Ask Anything chat we're doing for our peeps in Canada. We'll tell you more about the hashtag demand and the new tour, and our Got Your Six CD. We also want to give a special thanks to Nikki, Jen, and 6 Cents for setting this up. So let's get to some questions from the fans, from the peeps.
From the peeps.
Cool. Look at this. Chris from Calgary, Alberta wants to know what our favorite song to record off of Got Your Six was and why. You want to handle that one?
I'll say Jekyll and Hyde. And I think that it started off as a voicemail from Ivan Moody. He left me an idea in the middle of the night. I woke up in the morning, I thought, that's not bad. And so I kind of took the voicemail into the studio, and that ended up being the beginning. Well, that's the first verse.
Like you built it around it or something.
Yeah. Jekyll and Hyde.
That's cool.
Nice.
Let's move forward then. Kevin from Windsor. Can you explain what we have to do to get you to play in Windsor? I'm about to organize a posse. Well, let's just see how you do then. I want to see what kind of posse you come up with. I think we're actually talking about doing a Canadian run in September, so that would be a possibility.
Actually, it's there's a demand campaign.
Let's touch on the demand campaign. Jason could probably fill us in on that.
If you go to our website right now, fivefingerdeathpunch.com, you can vote for your city, actually. So we're asking the fans, where do you want us to come play? And, we'll organize all the data, and then we'll plot our tour accordingly.
Your vote counts, so make sure you vote a lot, and then we'll come to your city.
This is definitely Jason's question. Whose tour bus gets hit up for the best junk food?
Best junk food?
Well, that's probably Ivan's bus.
Well, yeah, I mean, we try to scale it back a little bit. It's been better lately, but I would say maybe Ivan. I mean, I don't even know what he has over there, to be honest.
The funny thing is, we start out on our tours with really healthy stuff on the rider every day, and then by the end, we were just seeking comfort in food. So you'll find freaking cupcakes and cookies and crap on there, and we never really wanted it to go that way, but it always ends up that way. But, I would say if you want to get the best junk food, go to Ivan's bus, because he proudly has a plethora of choices over there, for sure.
Okay, so Ross from Victory. When you're on a big tour or a festival, who decides who goes on first? Well, actually, the fans by buying tickets and records. I mean, it's kind of like a common sense thing in a way that, you sort of know how big is a band by, you look at their ticket sales. So kind of you have to arrange it in a way that there is a hierarchy, a band is bigger than another, and then simply we just go by the numbers. So that's pretty much a given. So next one, Lucy from Sydney. Who came up with the demand concept? This was kind of like all hands involved. We've been talking about this, and it's just it's probably we're living in the age of crowdsourcing and Wikipedia, and so a lot of things are measurable. What happens online, and it just makes sense that we have this beautiful internet when everyone has an opinion, and sometimes it's a good thing, and this is one of those times when it's a good thing, where we can put up the cities, you guys can vote, and then two things happen. One of them, we sell your data. I'm just kidding. We are data. But two things happen. We know where where the fans are, where they demand the band, and we're gonna go there because it simply makes sense. So this is kind of, as I said, it's an all hands concept. Everybody had a little bit of to do with this, but I think it's kind of the future of touring because you can have an understanding that where you go and what makes sense as touring goes.
Your vote counts too, so
It does.
it's really important that you
know.
vote, because if your city doesn't get chosen, don't come hating on us.
Yeah,
we gave you the shot, I mean, we're trying our best to hit everywhere, but you gotta want us.
Yeah, there's this little thing called 365 days in a year, and can't change it. So there are a certain amount of a certain amount of touring and a certain amount of places we can go in a year.
So go to fivefingerdeathpunch.com and look for the link so you can vote.
As DJ Jeremy Spencer.
I'm going to continue to throw that in from time to time throughout this segment.
All right. So Shannon from Thunder Bay. Oh, that's an interesting place. On the new album, what songs surprise you on how well they worked live?
Probably Jekyll and Hyde surprised me. I was wondering how that would go over.
Uh-huh.
Because it's a different groove. I mean, a lot of our stuff is kind of more up-tempo. This is kind of a slower, mid-tempo kind of thing. But the crowd participates large in that one, man. They're singing along, and that one definitely caught me by surprise a little bit.
I think Shannon is a musician, because actually it's a good question, because there are so many songs that you think like, yeah, this is the song, and live it just doesn't necessarily work, and there are songs that you don't expect, and it just blows up. So since I'm the reader, nobody can understand what I'm saying.
Want me to read it?
So
Kat from Charlottetown. What comes first for Five Finger Death Punch? The album cover or the album?
well, the album cover is on top of the album. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, that obviously the album cover is always something that, is connected to the album, and you don't know what that cover is before you know what the album is. So, you make a record, and then you kind of have an understanding what this album says, where this band is at that time. Every record is a time capsule, and the art will, sort of mirror the theme of the record. So it's simply that, we could make soundtracks for paintings,
It's cool whenever you send over like different choices too of concepts that you come up
you
with.
should see that.
Yeah.
When we're working on it, there are all kind of sketches. Jason usually have ideas that we absolutely cannot even show you.
But they're the funniest, man. Yeah.
But they're definitely the funniest. There you go, Allison from Toronto. That's you. You're from
Allison
Toronto.
from
Oh,
Toronto.
you know
Homer,
her, right?
boy.
Born and raised. Here we go. I've already voted for #demand. Will each winning city get their own concert shirt?
That's an interesting idea.
That's something to toss around.
Wow.
No. All right. Next question.
Well,
No.
you know what we were thinking about? A Canadian shirt. That is specific to Canada. We could start I don't know, the Maple Leaf Mafia or some kind of offense or some whatever it sounds. Whatever.
That's cool.
And we make a shirt for that. Okay, Justin from you pronounce that.
Regina.
Regina.
That's why I didn't want to say it. So there you go.
If you hijacked a Canadian band's tour bus, you would find empty Tim Horton donut boxes. What would we find on hijacked Five Finger Death Punch tour buses? Probably
A lot of dead hijackers, I think.
Empty Trojan boxes.
nah.
Nah, I think a lot of dead hijackers. That's
Yeah.
what you would find.
We would probably find a lot of Jason's stuff spread out all over the tour bus too.
And so what? You hijack a 5 Finger Death Punch bus and you crash it into 7-Eleven, or what's your plan? I'm not.
Yeah, I don't. You'll probably be disappointed. I mean, maybe in the earlier years it would have been cool to hijack one of our
It
buses.
would be Jason Hook's audio tapes. And it's usually, something like how to start your own business. How, he has this Tim
It's a
Tim
self-help
Robbins, or what's that, the
capsule.
guy that you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Josie from
Fort St. John.
Fort St. John, it is, okay. What are your favorite Canadian rock bands?
That's easy. Helix.
Whoa.
I was just kidding.
Maybe Rush.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with like Bonnie Tyler.
No.
Is he from Canada?
Yeah, I think, Bonnie Tyler is some kind of...
I think I'll say 3 Days Grace. Those are my buddies. From
Oh, they're
Canada.
from Canada? I
Yes,
didn't even know that, yeah.
3 Days Grace. Who else Canadian that we know and love?
I would go with Voivod.
Boy, what?
They're from Canada
I think
too?
Voivod is
Yeah,
Canadian.
they're cool.
Yeah, that's Canadian, yeah, for sure.
What about Honeymoon
I used
Suite?
to... I used to
like
listen
them.
to, when I was, I used to listen to a lot of Voivod. And my neighbors used to listen to a lot of Voivod.
Me too.
Definitely,
Roar.
Roar and
Loverboy?
War in Pain, and I mean, man, Killing Technology. That was my favorite record for a while.
Nothing Face was the big seller. That's the one that.
You know what? I think that's when it went sideways for me. It wasn't that angry anymore.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, you would lived in Hungary like I did. You would be angry. Okay. So, Eric from Saint Catherine's, when you recorded "Got Your Six," how many songs you didn't make? How many songs you didn't make the album? How many songs didn't make the album? Usually we don't really throw things away. Usually we don't do demos. We just go and record. I mean, this is the thing. I believe when you go out hunting, you don't say I'm going out hunting. That kind of implicates the possibility of failure. We go out killing, right? So this is the same thing with us. We just go and make a record, and it's gonna.
When it's done, it's done.
Yeah, it's kind of like the idea is like if we are all accomplished musicians, so. If we started to mess around with an idea that's probably something that's already interesting to us for some reason, and then you kick it and hit it and turn it upside down until it becomes something. You can. Technology is beautiful. You can keep fixing and re-recording. What happens usually, you write a song, and let's say Jason doesn't like the chorus, we change the chorus. Then Jeremy doesn't like the verse, we change the verse. I don't like the bridge, we change the bridge. And it's a totally different song, but it's on the record. Right? That happens.
That's true. Allie from Collingwood. Is there ever time off when touring? If so, what does the band like to do? Do you ever record when touring?
Sometimes we record.
There's a day off on tour, so I wouldn't consider that time off. But, we usually spend time in the hotel rotting and recuperating,
Speak for yourself.
Zoltan goes out. He likes to have fun and
I do,
sightsee.
I'm trying to, train jiu-jitsu. I disappear, drive a monster truck, and these guys hope that I don't kill myself.
Yeah.
And we love a tour and,
Sure we don't.
fun stuff. Yeah, I like to think that, but probably I'm wrong. Okay. Callie from, you're going to pronounce that. Hell no. Whatever that is.
Chatham.
Okay.
For #demand, is someone keeping you updated on a running total? Is it like watching a Keno board? I guess kind of. I mean, there is. A
Yeah,
total.
the total is that some cities are falling off as you guys vote or don't vote. So that kind of tells us that, well, there you go. Chatham, if you didn't vote, then you're gone. That's just what happens, Okay, it's an equal opportunity voting situation. It's about how fast your finger is. Okay, Natalie from Hamilton. How long into a tour does it take before you forget what town you're in? First day. No idea.
Yeah.
We do that a lot. Like, where
No
are we today?
idea. If you had time, I would tell you stories that, there were some funny.
It's like, forget what
Situations.
country we're in, never mind.
Yeah? Or when I don't have my phone and I'm trying to explain to the police that, hey, the tour bus left me and I need to catch it. And they ask me, so where are you guys going? I don't know. Where are you guys coming from? I don't know.
That happened in Kansas.
It
one
did
time.
happen to me, actually.
He was happy when he got back on the bus too.
Yeah.
I went to the back. I'm like,
You know
here he
how
comes.
funny? I come on the bus, right? That left me in a gas station and everybody's snoring. Everyone. I'm like, man, this is a snoring freaking bus.
I saw him coming.
They
I'm
all
like, I'm going
jump
to
in
my
a,
bunk, man. Yeah.
we didn't see anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Annie or Annie?
Ann.
Anne. Okay.
Ann from Richmond, BC. On the
That's like BC, that's before Christ.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. On the Canadian tour, you should paint your album cover on Nikki's bus and call it "Got Your Nikki 6."
Oh, that's good.
Not
We're
bad.
gonna do that. Actually, you know what? Let's not add this because we're gonna totally do this thing.
Do you
That's
still,
funny.
Do you still
Got
play
Your Nikki
pranks on
6.
bands? Of course we do.
Oh hell yeah!
Usually, the last day is
You're
always a
gonna
fun
get
day.
your 6, Nikki. Okay. Any crazy groupie stories? What type of gifts do they leave you? Plead the fifth.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Jane
forget
from
that.
Pass. Jane from Dartmouth. I don't have a question. What the hell? I just wanted to tell you how much I enjoy your music and the awards you won. You enjoy our awards. I like that, even though it's weird. I'm just a fan trying to say thanks.
That's
Well,
cool.
thank you for
Thank
listening to us. And actually, we are winning the awards because of you.
That's
so
true.
we don't
That's true.
win it by ourselves.
Is this the last one?
Bryce from the unpronounceable city of
Oshawa.
that sounds like, Oshawa. It's almost a Viking. Okay. When you hit Canada, I just hit a Canadian. When you hit Canada, you're huge. What?
When you hit Canada on your huge tour,
there are dots in between. I don't understand dots.
will all the bands be rolling their buses in a huge convoy? I believe they probably will. We'll be asleep.
Generally, we are in a van and we are smelling the dust of Kitty
Yeah.
and Boba
Boba Flex? I don't know.
Flax or something.
That's what somebody said.
Yeah, well, somebody said that in the very beginning when the first record came out, they said like, these guys gonna smell the exhaust of the RVs of Boba Flax or something like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, that's what's happening. Clearly, the guy was a clear man.
All right. So, Canada. You just watched our 6 Cents Ask Anything chat we just did for you.
And it looks so much better when we're reading it.
We'll see you out on tour and keep voting for us to come to your town. #demand. Thanks to Nikki Six and Jen for having us on the show. We'll make sure to bring Nikki with us to the Great White North.
All right.
Okay, let's test something. Let's not say it again without reading.
Canada. We just did no, never mind. We're good.
Canada. We just did the long reading of
hashtag
this
demand.
paper.
I don't care. I
So
read
thank
it.
you guys. We're coming to Canada. Don't shut up, fucking thing. We're coming to Canada. We expect you to vote. Don't complain if you didn't. Okay. We are coming and we're gonna hit as many times as we can. So bring your hockey sticks. We play hockey. All right.